Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning and it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. It's May 14th and it's 72 degrees out here in the Alabama Gulf Coast. And I'm Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself in zone 9A. And I'm mostly gardening in containers because we have a lot of armadillos and they dig things up, and I could show you some examples, but you know what, I'm really tired of doing that. It's just maddening, but you know what, I am thwarting them with these containers, so it's okay. Everybody's got gardening challenges and this is mine. But I'm so excited about showing y'all what's been happening in the garden. I released a butterfly and I've been looking for monarch caterpillars, and then, well, I did a thing and I will show you what it is. Before I show you the rest of the garden, I was going to show you what has happened to the seeding area pots. I've got several things, well, one thing blooming that I have never grown, and it's this stalk. It's purple stalk, and y'all, is that not cool? And isn't it weird with the foliage? It's kind of thick. It seems, I don't know, it seems to be kind of like a kale type thing, but it smells good. So that's blooming. Oh, let me zoom in so you can see what it looks like. Is that not cool? It took forever for it to bloom. And then the blue daisy, yesterday it had bloomed and not gotten munched on, and I was like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. But maybe it's not really munched on. Maybe the petals just curl under like that. But so I'm liking that, and I was going to show you the perfect one right here because it's got like the perfect shape, and I'm waiting not very patiently for this love in a mist to bloom. One of them is, there it is. Don't y'all love love in a mist? I mean, it's just so ethereal. So I've got some stalk blooming in the back, and then another blue daisy blooming here, and then of course this fabulous Thai basil. It is such a workhorse. And then some Amistad salvia accidentally in there. And then of course the lemon balm sedum. And look how cute it is. It's gonna go over the side. So this is my favorite of all four of the pots, even though, well, let me show you this one. This stalk is looking pretty good too. So that's what's happening in the seeding area. And I'm really getting a kick out of it. So my precious Gertrude Jekyll has got some more blooms on it, and it also has a lot of black spot, but you know, it survives the black spot, so the leaves just fall off and then, you know, it makes more leaves. It doesn't kill it. So I'm loving that right there with all the salvia. So last week I decided I was going to have two of those little buddleias, the little butterfly candy buddleias. So I put them on either side right here where I had the white, because I needed more pink. It's just, so yeah, I'm liking that a lot more, because you know, there's pink, there's pink, there's pink, and then this is some accidental pink. And then here's vinca that's coming up from last year that miraculously the armadillos have not dug up. The Godwin Creek lavender is doing well. I think I'm just going to continue with lavender when I plant it, mulching with rocks, because right now it seems to be the trick. This one is doing really well too. I'm feeling very optimistic. Look, I've even got, I mean, there's almost new flowers on every little spike. So y'all, this might be the trick. But see that brown down there at the bottom? I don't know if that's just natural aging of the little leaves, or if that's a sign that this thing is about to go out. And in case it does survive, this was what it was. Aromatico Blue Improved Lavender. So I might need to get more of that. And the thing that I did yesterday was I took the dahlias and I put them intermixed amongst this side right here border, because it was very, very purple. And here's the thing, it's kind of scary to move dahlias in pots because they are not the strongest. I mean, because they're just not strong. So here they are. I hope they're going to make it, because they did somewhat rock in their containers. And so isn't that just, aren't you loving that? I think this is that Gary Hoke or Jerry Hoke. Isn't it gorgeous? But then I put my Cafe au Lait dahlia here. Don't you love it, just with the purples? I mean, is that not just so magnificent? And then I've got, you know what, I can't remember the name of this one. This one right here. Oh, Black Narcissus, yes. And then another Jerry Hoke. I gotta show it to you from this direction. Isn't that so fabulous? And I'm getting more pink in here. It's filling in, making me happy. All the happy pink things. So I'm having to arrange things, because some things have played out, like the lobelia over on this other side. It got something gooey in it, and I had to throw it away. And I had to cut back the summer romance rose because it was getting crazy. But y'all, look, this Russian sage is blooming, and so it is surviving, nay, thriving. And I like it next to this Gara and this grass right here. These dahlias over here, I'm not going to be able to move because you can see how they've fallen over. But I thought we would talk about dahlias today, because this is only the second time that I've grown dahlias, and it's been super easy. But I do have some warnings, some admonitions, and one of them is, now next year I am going to use this mantra for myself, and this is it: for heaven's sake, you need to stake. You need to stake dahlias, because they are not the hardiest of flowers, and any little wind will just rock them and rip them. And I had to, several of them I had to just rip totally out, because we had a terrible windstorm, and one of them was in this pot right here. So I'm gonna put a stake in this pot, because look, I had to rip some out, and this is growing back. And this is some kind of dahlia. I don't even know what kind it is, but maybe I will get some more. So today I need to stake this thing, because for heaven's sake, you need to stake. Another thing that you need to do with dahlias is, if you're going to put them in containers, they need to at least be in a 16-inch container, 16-inch wide. This one that I have, that really is too small. It doesn't hold enough soil. It's not very sturdy as far as like getting knocked over. That one pot I'm going to show you, the one that's at Walmart that's for sale for $12.88, that's the best kind. This is the container right here that's for sale at Walmart for $12.88, and it's 16-inch in diameter, and I think that that's going to be like the best kind for dahlias. In fact, you know what would probably be even better, would really be a heavy like pottery one. That way it would never fall over. So either one of those kinds would be the best. This Bishop of Canterbury is just so fabulous, and I'm afraid to move it because I think everything around it is holding it up. But I love the dark foliage, and don't you love it with the agastache and with the zinnias here? I mean, just the colors are just so fun. And the purple millet, that's just a fun combination. All right, now I am not an expert on dahlias at all. This is like my second year growing them. So I'm very new to it, but I've got to tell you, there are two things that I know already that I can promise you, you need to buy dahlias. If you want them for next year, you need to order them now. If there are certain kinds, because they're already running out of the ones that I wanted. I went ahead and ordered them just last week. The second thing about the dahlias is you want to order them from a company that is going to be responsible, because I ordered dahlias from a company 1 year and they didn't even send me the kind that I wanted. They grew really well. I followed the directions to the letter and they came up yellow and red, and that was horrible. That was like, you know, I had to rip them out because I don't like yellow and red back here. I mean, it would have been great if it was in the front yard, but no. So I ordered mine from Eden Brothers. I know that I can trust them because they sent me exactly what I ordered this year. So Eden Brothers is definitely a reputable dahlia distributor. And y'all, I have got to pot these things up because I came over here yesterday and just picked one up and it had already rooted into the ground. So all these things really want to live. Look at these Texas bluebonnets. Are they not? Don't you love the color and the texture of them? I am loving them so much. But everything over here seems like it's gonna make it. So it's a miracle. I got to get some pots. I am really encouraged by just the amazing growth of these dahlias. But I got to tell you something. Actually, the third thing that I know about growing anything, and that is pride comes before the fall. So y'all, you've got to hope for the best and tell the plants, you know, this is between you and God, y'all. I mean, all we can do is just plant it and hope. Something about pride that is so cute and like so sweet is I know a darling man who has autism, and he talks to himself, and sometimes I hear things that he's saying. And one day he was there and he was talking, and all of a sudden I heard him say, "Now let's be humble." And it was both funny and cute and amazing, and it's just kind of reverberated through my mind, like, you know, let's be humble. You know, let's anytime that I feel like, oh, I got a handle on this, I got things all worked out, something will happen and it'll just take me to my knees. And you know what? It just reminds me over and over again how much I need God, and I need him to be with me every minute of the day. I need Jesus like on the daily, hourly, 24/7. And whenever I start to do things in my own power, that's when I fail miserably. So I'm just so thankful to Jesus for all that he's done for me, and just all of his blessings. I couldn't do anything without him. I couldn't. I couldn't make it. I wouldn't have hope. I would just lay down in bed and never get up again. But with Jesus, I have hope that this life isn't the only thing that we have, that I have a future and in eternity with him, which is so freeing, because I don't feel like I have to get everything out of this life. I know that, I mean, this looks like heaven to me right here. So just imagine what heaven has got to be like. And of course, this is not heaven, because this has armyworms and aphids and all kinds of, and armadillos. Ugh. I wanted to tell y'all about this awesome book that my friend Jo recommended to me. She's got a YouTube channel, and she is also gardening in Zone 9A in Houston. Her channel is Jo's, J-O''S, TX Garden, and she is doing the most incredible things over there. I mean, her garden is massive and magazine worthy, but she recommended this book, Penelope Hobhouse's Garden Designs, and it is really so inspiring. Like when I'm reading it, I want to jump up and come out here and rearrange my pots. I love all of the color combinations that are in this book. It is incredible. Oh, just so inspiring. But another thing about it that's cool is you don't even have to buy this book. You can go online and type in Penelope Hobhouse PDF, and you can, it's been scanned and it's been shared on a website, and you can borrow it for an hour or borrow it for 24 hours. And another gardener that I've really been enjoying is Rosemary. I think it's Veary. It's Verey. And a bunch of her books are also available in PDF on that website, which I think it's called like Internet Archive. It is a really fabulous resource for gardening and gardening books if you're not able to get any from, like, you know, the library. Because we have a few and these are British gardeners. But the thing is, even with British gardeners, you know, they may be recommending plants that only would grow in their zone. But what's cool, and it took me a long time to figure this out, find something that's similar that will grow in our zone, and you've still got the look. You just don't have, you know, the headache of trying to make something that won't grow past, you know, zone 8. So that's some really cool stuff, really inspiring stuff that I've been enjoying. This week I have been on the hunt for monarch butterfly eggs, and I haven't found any, but I found this little, well, it's not even little anymore, but I found this monarch caterpillar on some milkweed, and he looks like he's almost big enough to turn into a chrysalis now. The problem with finding them when they are already caterpillars is that they may have a parasite in them, so this one might break our hearts. But I did want to tell you, if you find eggs on your milkweed, you can cut the whole thing off like this. See what I've done here? And you can put it in water. Now what I like to do is go ahead, cut it, put it in water when I'm out there collecting eggs. And then when I get in, I will hold my scissors under the water and cut off the end again. And that way it will unclog the stem, and the stem will be able to get water, and it'll stay like vibrant and upright and fully usable. Otherwise it'll start to, you know, get wilty and limp and not be good for anybody, not even you know, a little caterpillar. So, and then I'll put tape on the top of the thing so that, look, it catches the poop, and also the caterpillar won't fall in and drown. So if you find some monarch eggs this week, you may want to use these tips. And I gotta apologize about this gomphrena. I pronounced judgment on it too soon. This is the stuff that I started from seed. I really do love it. Isn't it fun? It's like little pink pom-poms on pale green stems. It's just so happy. So yeah, that's a grow. That's a grow again for sure. This past week I did a little bit of a new thing over here. I put sprigs of blue-eyed grass all along the edge of this walk, and blue-eyed grass seems to be super hardy, so I just like ripped it apart and just stuck little sprigs in here, and it seems to be doing pretty well. And so far the armadillos haven't dug it up, which is a miracle. So I've got a ton of zinnias coming up in there that I threw the seeds for, and I need to, like, I guess I need to spray some like liquid fertilizer in here and just see what can happen. This is really an experimental kind of thing going on here. But don't you love the globe basil? Some of them are looking better than others. That one is spectacular. Wow. They say that borage blossoms taste like honey and cucumber. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna try it really quick and tell you, because every year I do and then I forget what they taste like. So I mean, like, you know. Okay, so the first taste is slightly sweet. Yeah, it's a cucumbery kind of sweetness. So yeah, put them in salads, they're great. Y'all, I don't know how long it's been since this eastern black swallowtail emerged. It could have been this morning or it could have been yesterday afternoon. So this could be the shortest release video ever. Let's see. Oops. So I put my finger in front of it and let him step up onto my finger. And oh, beauty. Look at the beauty. Is that just not phenomenal? Don't you love the coloring? Just magnificent. And thankfully, we're getting to see it for a little while. I'm gonna go and put it on, already it's like, let me out of here. I'm gonna go put it on a flower. I think I'm gonna put it on salvia. Or maybe I could put it on a zinnia. Oh yes, it looks so lovely on this zinnia. That is just so magical. The zinnia was too hard to hold on to, so I've learned my lesson, and seems like salvia has better purchase for their feet. Just look at the gorgeousness. Wow. So when you raise butterflies, you get to get really close to them. Thank y'all so much for coming and visiting my garden with me. I really love sharing it with you, and I love hearing about what y'all are doing. It just makes me so happy to know that people are growing things for butterflies all over the world. It's just really neat because the more people grow for butterflies, the more butterflies we're going to have. And that's really a good thing. So y'all, let's grow together and let's play outside. And God bless y'all. Y'all have a great Mother's Day.